Hey, what's up, guys? This is Blaze. That was a rush with Maheni and Balance by Nyashinsky. Today in studio, I'm with Frank. Frank, what's up, bro?
I'm good. I'm doing fine. And welcome to another amazing episode.
Yeah, the show. This is the Blaze show. Last week, tulikuwa na challenges with the audio and some technical difficulties. But this week tuko sawa. So wherever you are hearing us from, we did not push the show sana. Juu maybe tulikuwa tunataka kumanage expectations. But thank you to Radio 254 for giving us the show. They have slots that they were giving out on from Monday to Friday, 10 to 12. So tumeamua tukachukua one of these slots. So
yeah, and I think it's also a good opportunity for us because to tap into the live audience at the same time, play around with it with the recording.
But traditionally, sisi tulikuwa watu wa audio podcast, and we are a podcast. So we had a bunch of topics that we had prepared from last week, and we were saying how Kenyan artists haven't been having a very good time on Twitter. Starting from Sanaipe Tande to Juakali to Colonel Mustafa. So we wanted to talk about what was your thoughts on the Sanaipe thing? What I saw was alikuwa amepost a picture. And then the quote that the comment that I saw was that dude saying as you basically watch to show your thighs and all that stuff.
Yeah. I think siku hate or anything. Okay, for the guy I don't know. Siwezi mu explain man. But at the same time, we have to respect them for the the artists we are enjoying sai. Hata huyo wa Maheni, I'm sure they will learn something from.
Nice,
yeah, sure. So I'm sure he's learned a lot. Now I'm a grow from hizo pads za our say. So it's very interesting, and I don't think we should bash Sanaipe. She's still a baddie.
Niliona mzee akisema, kuna mzee niliona akisema how akapewa chance with her, he'd whatever. I don't mean basically one of my pals alikuwa she had Gravity. Gravity had a show at K1 jana. So one of my pals alikuwa huko and nani alikuwa na perform as an IP. And alikuwa amebambika I think she's
guys aona Sanaipe in live man. Show inashika mbaya. But anyway, regarding Twitter, first of all we have to give Twitter for being Twitter. And of course for it even to give us a discussion, it's meant to be that.
It's meant to be that way.
So for me and bro, Sanaipe is still a baddie.
But hata ndo nilikuwa nafikiria when ulikuwa unasema how she was there tukiwa watu hii in 2000s, unaona? Say ni 20 years later she's still
fire.
She's still here.
Talia
Oyando,
So so it's good. Well, I wouldn't say she exposed herself too much. Well, at the same time there are limits. Na mimi siwezi limit. Mimi kitu tu naweza sema ni ati she's good, but okay, kuna hiyo level. It's good, and especially having I would assume that's a 19 to 23 year old, 19 to 25 year old mwenye alikuwa.
Dude, yeah.
So there is some perspective to it, but pia hatuwezi give 100% man.
Hatuwezi sema ati. And the other thing is that kuna nani alifanya, there was a show jamaa alifanya itangwa aje mkurugenzi dude. Alisema Sanaipe was his crush,
man. Mpaka alienda kwa ido kwa studio.
Sasa I think we are lucky we are being given access to such things, because most of the dudes look 2000s tulikuwa
tunaoneanga
kwa gazeti, kwa insider, kwa pals. So I think kuna hiyo.
So for Sanaipe I would say, because I think your shit bado ina propagate until now. Now those back and forth especially after your statement. I would say she's doing good for herself.
Yeah.
Like, come on, look
As
at
an
her
artist.
play. And then look at her play kwa Kina, the Kina show on Showmax. She's done amazing. Like, bro, that woman, okay, I get kwa hiyo show, if you haven't watched it, alikuwa ana play like a villain mother, unaona? So she's like a businesswoman who doesn't entertain nonsense, and she would bring it on
she's a
facial expressions. She had them.
So she's
I
a good
wouldn't
actor.
say she's
Actress.
ako outside the bracket ya us. So
Like,
I don't muenjoy, but at the same time pia kuna man sijui kuexplain mi namuenjoy sahi mi
like she
akipost tu niko hapa tu kwa likes
and basically like she's versatile, she's done music, she's done acting, and like ametry your longevity.
Yeah.
The other person I saw getting cooked was Juakali. Juakali ilikuwa issue ya nini, alikuwa ameweka ngoma and then wasi wakaenda YouTube waka screenshot wakasema how like the views are like 200 views 3k views and all that stuff, akisema how I think he should hang his boots or something. Like do you think there's a limit where like an age limit where maybe an artist should be doing this thing? What do you think? Like
I think at this point the best thing is to appreciate the far we've come
as a
technologically, especially technologically. Like the fact site na host
probably
like
something
a live
like this
radio station, and then we'll have it in record form, and then so I think for Juliani I would say that
it was Juakali basically.
At Aishangi, man. At Aishangi. So, and then at the same time, those views might not
reflect.
Because come on, views that 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. Because I would say, for example, I'm a big fan of Beres Hammond.
Oh yeah.
The reggae guy. And he has this fire song with Popcorn, God is Love.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And you see Beres Hammond, always compare, okay, he's big internationally, yeah. But unaona bado ako na ile art, ako na ile message,
ako na pia the pool.
So even for Juakali ni ku transcend to hizo generations and make sure you are timely na hiyo generation, unaona?
Or like for our generation saizi.
Yeah, message haitaisha.
Like for generation saizi kuna
make sure una match up na hiyo generation to some length, because I'm sure we would definitely watch a Juakali
concert,
if something was adding up according to
what we are doing.
Yeah, to what we are doing. So I wouldn't say like we have to dismiss him
as an artist that
yamezeka
or something
or down on him and shit like that. I think maybe his team and the strategy team and the studio around guys, he might not catch up himself. But of course kwa hiyo group kuna some
people, young people.
Which also brings another perspective that there's this thing of, I would call it gatekeeping, or I would call it ile kuandamine tu cheki wewe ni mdogo unaniambia nini. So I think according to within his team, I'm sure kuna wase who voice some stuff, they should really listen.
So and I think for him also, like the longevity has been amazing for him. And also like he comes from a different generation. So I get what you're saying is that keep up with the time. Like because kuna so many avenues easy where you can distribute your music. And
actually yearly reply your time na like a live, I guess a concert performance. Na wase wali turn up. So if wase wana turn up, unajua wale wase wako online pia walipi bills. So wase wenye wame turn up ndio wanalipa bills. So ni yeye na team yake wa figure out whatever the numbers these are, as long as there is new music coming out,
inawafikia aje
the people who actually pay
matter.
The bills.
And also like one of the things with Twitter that like I have seen like for the time when you have been there and then before I left and all that stuff, ni ati most of these people maybe who are not familiar with the space, they get triggered so much unakam kuji-explain.
Man.
So I think that's one of the because Juya alienda akaanza kuji-explain saying ABC. Then even not earlier, Sanaipei was trying to say something of the sort. So I think kuna Twitter, like social media, Kenyan social media can make you or can break you. It will just depend on
haraka sana. Even us wenye tuko seasoned kwa hiyo mtaa, something can flip up in a second, and you could either like establish your dominance, or you could say something very simple and you fuck up yourself a good one.
And we were talking about views and relevance. Ndo I'm seeing hapa ulikuwa unajua ile jam ya Eric Wainaina yenye Imam Kenya. I would guess iko na how many views on YouTube?
Wallahi, how many? I would guess around 20k, I don't know.
Iko na like 251k views.
Wallahi.
Like I did not expect it go to 51k. I expect it go like 5 million views or something of the sort. So like,
I don't know. I've checked out like ile tu hata si ku check out intentionally. When you're going over YouTube and you realize some of those songs, ushajipata ukitaka kusikiza song juu iko na views ngapi, and then you find those old school ama like
but these are old school
big,
jams,
like some big music, and you're like haina views,
iko na 20 views or something.
but there's some good music, I would say.
So like you cannot quantify art na the number of views.
I doubt.
So the other thing that we saw this week ilikuwa there's a picture of Colonel Mustafa. For the young guys, for the younger dudes, Colonel Mustafa was one of the pioneers of, not pioneers per se, but one of the groups that came out your time in 2000s when
vultures.
The vultures when the golden age of Kenyan music. Yeah. So he was one of those people who were doing music at that time. And so a picture surfaced online, alikuwa working in MJ. And so apparently the mom was sick and
umefanya MJ?
Nimeifanya MJ.
Mimi nimepiga jo.
MJ ni fuck, like it's MJ si rahisi. MJ si rahisi. Like even when natoka mtaa, let's say natoka mtaa naenda juu penye naishi, like kuna so many buildings zinaundwa. So nikitoka mtaa ama nikienda tuseme naenda coffee shop to do something ama narudi mtaa, alafu nipatane na hawa say najiambianga tu hakuna kitu mimi nafanyanga. Like my life is not hard. And there is no amount of work yenye mi do yenye like you know that kwa nimetoka tu coffee shop na beach tu nikisema how clients are too much, ama nikisema how clients are
na umekuwa tu kwa lapi.
Umekuwa kwa lapi kunywa kahawa.
Ndio tunakunywa tu kahawa.
Na save tu kahawa. I've never had these people. And MJ, like for people who've never done MJ, like for one thing, like this manual labor ni ati. Hakuna kazi si mob, first of all, sindio? So some people will have to wake up at 6 waende wangoje wapige site wangoje ndo waitiwe job. Unaona? Then
unaweza ingia asubuhi uchujwe.
Man, then work from maybe 8 ubreak
7 mkimaliza koroga. Kama koroga iko active pia nyinyi mko active.
Like watu wanafanya kazi ngumu huku nje. Unakumbuka kuna some dude who made that tweet. Ilikuwa kitambo alikuwa Inda. Alikuwa ni engineer, like alikuwa an engineering student. An engineering student. So akaambiwa there is an internship opportunity where you like there is a company in industrial area. You can go like zaya lidani anaenda zile kazi instrumentation and sijui kufanya nini,
survey area,
like
anapima anaambia watu wekeni hapa.
So mzee, kumbe hiyo kampuni ilikuwa ya kuunda bottle tops. Hizi nyota hizo bottle tops. Alafu kuna a quarter, like kuna like you have to pack like 1,000 bottle caps per sijui ni per 30 minutes ama ni how long. Na kuna kukaa like hadi ukienda, so tuseme alienda 6 pm, muna break around midnight for some chapo na dengu, afu mnaendelea hadi avenye alitoka alilala like 3 days straight.
Amjua huyo sana alikuwa ashindwa degree ya nini basi.
Anyway,
So Colonel,
so Colonel, he was one of those people who like, well, you drive the music forward, and there's this dude on Twitter, Fauz Khalid,
Fauz,
he's done a very good job in raising awareness around that person, and I think he's getting the help that he's needing for, especially for the mom. So what we were wondering, like, first of all, who was making money at that time, like 2003? Like,
I think my perspective, because okay, I'm usually not attentive on stuff, but I'm very quick to pick out stuff. So first of all, man, big up Fauz, because
Fauz,
even Fauz haja come up na story ya Colonel. Fauz has been doing that for
for a very long time. Juniliona pia ako hadi na there's something that was happening, like a friend of his walifanya a fundraising.
Yeah, like for the longest time I've seen Fauz Khalid on my timeline. He's always up to something. So he's big up to him.
For anybody who's
for Colonel, first of all, he's definitely a legend. Ni ligi ya kina Jua Kali. You see those guys, Nyashinsky, before you knew Nyashinsky, Kolo and the group and so on and so on. So big up Fauz, and so for Colonel, man, mashidas will come. First of all, see what I usema as a middle class, tuko one sickness away from.
And then like expecting art, especially Kenyan music, to bring generational wealth,
man,
is very wild.
It's very wild.
Yeah, it's very wild.
So to discuss now Colonel's issue, first of all, quick recovery to the mom, and good health, man, however it may be. And so before I even talk about Colonel, after Colonel came up, they reached out to see. They had a thing with Maya before.
Kuna ngoma ili come through sometime.
Because now I watched the whole now Maya now niliwatch ya Colonel sijawatch sana.
So Maya nini na happen?
So Maya said how Colonel brought her into the industry. One song, two song, they got into a thing, then they
broke up
because of religion stuff. They broke up. So, but Maya said something very important. Maya alisema, what she believes is that even herself, because pia Maya ako, I wouldn't say ako fiti,
like
per music angle. She said that indeed they were getting paid. And Maya was even quoting up to like 200K per show. Now those are the 2000s, 2005, 2006, 2007, and so on and so on. And so, but something Maya said very specific was that she feels what they didn't get at that time was financial
education or something.
And education.
Because these chaps were like walikuwa tu age yetu, like we were very young people.
At that time now they were our age. So she was saying in as much as the industry and the industry
as it is
the industry side of producers management used to eat a lot. They also used to get good money, but hawakuwa wana get your financial
education,
enlightenment. Not get. So I would say it's the same thing with Colonel, and it's the same thing with so many other artists that we've had wenye. Kama leo kuna msee nilicheki, me I don't think I've ever come across his music before. I can't recall the name because ilikuwa a reel on Instagram, and someone said it's so sad that this guy is a madman in Nakuru town. So I was like, wait, so it all connects. So in short, I would say, because pia kuna ule mse alitoanga ile hits flani ya Jamaican style.
Most of these artists.
And then akanokiwa down na some matatu.
Ule wa Shavi and Slice something.
That guy. So you see, but I would say, to some perspective, they used to get paid. But you saw financial enlightenment. Now back to Colonel. man, big up to him also kushow up mjengo man.
MJ, yeah.
Jo piga chenye tu utapiga chakula ifike kwa meza. And him coming out and people showing up for him,
it's very beautiful
for everyone else but at least for him. Jaguar will come through, Fauz and the community
and Kenyans
through. Colonel anasema amelipa nyumba for up to 5 months, ameclear madeni. Alikuwa na some small shop, amestock up for like a good amount. Amelipia madhe yake chemotherapy.
Ilikuwa that serious?
Like, I'm not doubting anything.
Like I'm saying like
people have also questioned how come
I saw
yeah. So I'm not doubting anything. I'm just saying that some good has been done to him and the family, and so we appreciate that. But now in terms of art and art paying, because there's a thing I saw. Anyiko, you know Anyiko? Yeah, I know Anyiko.
Anyiko has a series on a podcast on YouTube inaitwa VIP Access, where he's interviewing she's interviewing artists. So the latest one was Mudhaka. You know Mudhaka?
Yeah, I've heard Mudhaka, yeah.
Yeah, Mudhaka ni this new artist.
Mudhaka is featuring Ben Sol on something.
Yeah, one of these new artists.
Yeah.
When you wanna come up. So Mudhaka was signed to, I think the Universal Music Group, UMG. Alisainiwa akiwa.
Okay, that's
amazing. But alisainiwa but sa hiyo nini but ili nini hiyo the signing wali terminate contract juzi or a few years ago. So or a year ago. So Mudhaka is a performing artist, like she thrives in performance based spaces. So when they signed si akanini your album it did really well. Ika wins you a Frima. Then when it came to money part, up and all things went wild. So they made they streamed with how many? You can 50,000 ama 100,000 times on Spotify. When you stream, waka get around 30 ama let's say hypothetically walipata maybe 50 Gs. Let's say hypothetically they got 50 Gs. Just kumbuki the value is poor. But most of that money ikaendea label. Okay. Then wakabaki na Mudhaka alibaki na karibu 11 something. You can 1134 bob. Have you 1134 bob? Walikuwa la split na other people. Get?
Yeah.
So unaona like even now like that music is not paying really well. You unaona akina Kilundizi walikuwa wanakanjwa na MCSK.
Yeah.
Sijui so.
Yeah.
Kina Sauti Sol 13K. Madem. Elani yeah. Yeah. Morin kama ataona hii anivutie.
Atuvutie man. We need to rethink cause art is art. Unaona hata tumesema kwa story ya Jua Kali, especially art ni reflection ya society.
Ya society.
So it means that inatuhusu all of us. And the funniest thing is that we probably all of us listen to that music, but we don't pay for it. And it's not necessarily that we have to pay for it. But we have to find ways for our wasanii,
for these artists
to get something on their tables and something like that.
So what's one of the, like, especially you are in the the crypto space and also in the tokenization space. So can you like take us through what can an artist, let's say nataka kunini
like
kutoa album how can I make money yenye ni instant money, unaona like yenye maybe nikienda staki do yenye nangoja MCSK wanikanja 1500 mwisho wa mwaka. So how can an artist make money size?
I think it's good that you mentioned about tokenization. And for the audience, tokenization essentially is that in simple form, as long as you are consuming that music, you are paying your 1 bob, 5 bob, 10 bob, whatever, you see. So essentially tokenization means that the artist can get the smallest piece of what you can give for the music you listen to. And so I would say platforms are not there yet to that extent. but at the same time zina prove that they will go to that extent that msanii atakuwa na get something at the end of the day. Sio sasa hiyo ya mwaka mwezi quarter, unaona ni ile msanii anaweza lala usiku acheki ngoma zangu leo ziliingiza 10k, ngoma zangu leo zimeingiza 5k, you see. So essentially what it means is that soon as, because unaona kama sasa tuna stream online, hata hii podcast tutasikiza tu online, it means that we can attach some monetary value to it, such that every time nasikiza natuma maybe 50 cents, natuma 1 bob, unaona. So huyu msanii akilala usiku hizi doors will come direct kwa wallet yake, and essentially
basically that's what like my friend anaitwa Victor always says that hata kama how much, hata kama itakuwa ni 100 bob, so kuna venye nilikuwa nataka package the podcast, nilikuwa nataka I start like selling it, but easy episodes, but nimezieka haso sasa, and then nakutumia unakanja haso sasa, na kutumia maybe a PDF with a very very nice PDF with the links and all that shit. I can show this is a very good idea, but the revenue share is mad. It's very mad.
They'll have to cut their own.
Yeah, and it's very respectable. Like say we are in a bad way. But I can show if you can figure out something else, maybe probably like something like what do we call it? A pay bill, like money hitting your M-Pesa directly is better than easy.
So I think and that's what I'm saying, and especially for me, my enjoyment kwa now the crypto space niati, we can actually build those solutions. So I know for a fact right now ziko, but very minimal, and zenye ziko ni from outside Kenya. So as you very much work for the Kenyan space, but I know for a fact people are out there and they are building those solutions zenye
zita make sure you are getting paid.
Zenye unaona saa hii inakaanga ni kama there is music, then the label, and then msanii. So music ina feed label, alafu label ina feed msanii. But now the new
the ecosystem,
the new ecosystem or the upcoming ecosystem, music itakuwa ina feed msanii, alafu msanii decide kama ata feed label
ama ata sign to a label or anything.
And unaona msanii akiwa that independent anaweza decide kusign na label
or not.
But at this point label iko in between. Label ndio zote kwanza zinaingia kwa label. So wewe hata uwezi jua at the end of the day
how much ili come.
Wewe tu utaambiwa tu uchukua zako baishia home, unacheki.
So another question that maybe I'd like to ask. Say like hypothetically, Colonel, can he make maybe a comeback? Like musically, can he would it work for him?
Would it work for him? Yeah, there are two ways, and that's a very good point, because we've seen people who've come back and come back big time. Unaona? We have the likes of Nyashinsky, the rebrand of Rapdamu to Naiboy. We've seen the comeback of
Kolo of Nyashin of Kleptomaniacs.
So can Colonel come back? I think he can. He still, I'm sure he still has it in him. Even Maya kwa interview yake yeye alisema sahi the biggest obstacle ni ati akienda kwa studio kuna ile prize. Na hizi match up. Well, of course from those zenye zilipotea before. So hizi lipa sahi. So studio idai kuwork na. So can they come back? Yeah, I believe they can come back, but we have to now figure out the revenue models.
So we are going to listen to number 1 by Le Band. Le Band, they were a group, wakadisband pia nani ndo wako aitwaje this dude Charisma,
remaining Charisma,
and he's doing
I don't know,
but walikuwa
he mentioned that somewhere. I think
alisema aje by the way,
kuna mahali alisema I've seen Charisma somewhere because I was with him and he said, I was in he wasn't in a bad way because he was even the audience was so jovial, so I'm sure hakuwa na bash the other group. Alisema I was in the other group and then I was so drunk at that time. So I wouldn't know what he was saying. But I remember him saying, I was in a group and then stuff happened and whatnot. But I'm glad I'm here and I have my fans.
Yeah, I think because
I'm sure he didn't say it in a bad way.
Because they were very talented. You'll hear the jam.
Yeah.
And also I think he's capitalized on his niche. Huyu nani aitwaje? Charisma, especially where targeting chicks and or making music for lovers and thus trapping and all that stuff. Go and show you were with Mbithi in high school.
Oh man, Mbithi man. Mbithi. At that, I guess hiyo time hatukuwa tunamjua as a rapper. Alikuwa a beatbox.
Alikuwa beatbox.
Alikuwa anatubebea mademba na funky. Beatbox, but he's very good. Even
he's a really good rapper. Rap, kuna ngoma hii weza na wasiwa Jivu Music. Kuna ingine amefanya na Charisma. Yeah, he's a very good rapper.
He's very good. Even beatboxing is very good.
Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted us to look into was unajua Mutinda. Mutinda had a thing with Nonini. Regarding IP, copyrights, and all that stuff. So I saw many comments. There were people who were with Nonini and others were against his move. One of the most popular arguments nilikuwa naona ni ati wasi walikuwa akisema him suing this dude it's creating a rift between artists and Kenyan creators, like Kenyan creators using music in their videos, in their stuff like that. And kuna hiyo the whole movement of Play K music that is the DNA of this radio station. So what's your thought on like the whole thing, whole situation?
Wow. I guess whoever is a content creator is there to make money. Whoever is a musician is there to make money. Depends with the agreement and the inaitangwa symbiosis.
Like you eat we eat.
So if that's the arrangement, and of course we've seen kama case ya Meja na Aziad, unacheki. Like tunaweza sema hiyo ni even. Because I actually think that song blowing up through Aziad literally brought Meja to the scene, like in fresh face.
Or using that jam.
So Mutinda na Nonini now hiyo ni ngumu because I know Mutinda personally. So, but I was mostly on the side of Nonini, especially now. Unaona ile hiyo conversation tumehave new revenue models for creators. I felt it was right. It was right totally. Because there's basic content creation kama yenye tunaweza unda saa hii and
or like
unless it answers something going forward, it's not a direct pay. But when you're doing a social media campaign, that's hiyo ushatuma invoice when kazi unadu, una get. So there was quite the difference, and it was right for
him to seek the court.
Now on the side of Mutinda, I don't know who was supposed to address it. Was it the owner
of the business or the creator,
or was it the creator? Now that one I don't know. But now regarding that, it was a money generating avenue
activity.
It was right.
So for like younger creators, not basically younger creators, but creators in general. What can you like tell them, like especially let's say who are entering the scene in light to those of those like that, like he in that lawsuit should be referenced by many content creators in their work. How like do you advise them? Like for me, let's say nataka kuunda gym content, what would you advise, like in terms of usage of music, respecting people's intellectual property, and things such things?
I think depending on the consumption angle, could be your own just generating content and I don't think msanii anaweza kuwa na issue na hiyo, especially at that point now unampea views. But ile yenye ni gym inakulipa alafu una advertise gym, now that becomes another issue. Now the best angle to that is that either you reach out to the msanii umwambie nakanjwa na feel ngoma yako is the right fit for this activity. So naweza kutumia 10%, 15% na get ama mimi nachukua 100% yenye client ananilipa. But client atakulipa another 15% of what he paid me. Ama I know I can get this many views na nadai kutumia ngoma yako. Of course wengi wao now hawananga rich man. Now that's why now coming back to the Juakali angle that they have to be very very present. They have sifai ku DM alafu una take 3 weeks to get back ama utai get back at all. So you could reach out to Msho, cheki I have like 10k
a
views,
project,
5k views na dai kutumia song yako, but I believe inaweza kuletea like 2000 views on your end. So are you okay with it?
Yeah, and how like
we kwanza we unaiapproaching aje ama una feeling unakuwa na like a fear when you're trying to
create content for whatever. So kuna for especially let's say for YouTube kuna or I think sika in other platforms kuna ile concept of fair use. Fair use where let's say later in the show we will be reacting to some video by Njugush and akina ikonini. So fair use says that if you use that content and to react to it or to improve on it, haufai kukua stricken down by copyright. But for like for him when like for that dude like making the music, umesema how maybe he got paid. So he was benefiting from your intellectual property au mse mwingine. So I think he was like there was some form of communication. Maybe there was a breakdown between the content creator and the artist. Kulikuwa na hiyo breakdown where hawaku communicate properly and no wonder they ilienda to the legal route. And also I think for these sites kuna like some artists wajeka music for use in Instagram and all these other places. So I think we should be very careful with the music we are using and the purpose that we are using it for.
Because man hatudai kuona hizo cases za colonel
colonel
pia because hata iritu ikuwe ni 10 bob but nacheki kama Instagram story I'm sure by Instagram numbers in Kenya song moja yutumika na wasee wengi sana even per month tu so hata ingekuwa 10 bob or something like that, but at the same time unacheki hawezi lipa kama Instagram haina hizo capabilities za
kulipa the artist.
So that's why I hope future system will have that. But at the same time now the good thing or the bad thing ni ati hiyo situation the thing with laws is that zio for me were regarding a president. Unaona? So trust you me, hiyo isha set ulitumia ile song.
I also saw nini like creators should also like start maybe legal, like if you are doing something legal proof yourself.
Unaweza ipass on to the ama legal proof in that case in apply aje
uko na maybe a legal advice on your your team. Because one of my acquaintances, let's call them acquaintances, and there are two. One is an IP lawyer, the other one pia deals with IP, and I like sikudhani they prosecute that much. Like they kuna so many people who are infringing on other people's IP rights so much. So naonanga you're like, especially for photographers especially ikifika hii nini ya WRC the season ya WRC unapata tu watu people are very lazy especially like
even content creators
so inabidi wana jack pictures. Let's say Zolsa may take some pictures or Goofy or someone else hakuna credit wanapewa like akisha post unless yake watermark
everyone can just copy.
People will copy.
Yeah.
So I think photographers and like this, when you know some about what do we call it, financial education.
Yeah.
I think the system, like the entertainment system, should also come through your legal
Angle,
clinics.
Yeah. Because I believe per writing is a loss ziko, and that's why we have IP rights, so that someone else owns them. As long as ni ingenuity yao. I get. So for you to use them, it means that you either have to agree or you pay them.
And like for the thing is, especially the aitwa Mutua, one of my friends. You not Mutua Matheka, but Mutua. He's Mutua. I don't remember the other name. You can check Business Daily. He writes every month about how current affairs and IP, how COVID was affecting IP, how ChatGPT will be affecting IP. Vitu kama hizo. So I think for like creators, like kunafaa kuwe na someone should come up. I think they have a podcast inaitwa Wakili Quick One. Umeiona?
Nimecheki Wakili Quick One.
But someone should come up with maybe Wakili Quick One, but for creators.
I think those spaces, things have to just grow. At this point, things have to grow, because pia unachiki the whole era of content creation, photography to that extent of partnering with brands and all that. It's very new that
hard to understand properly.
So it means that the more it gets professionalized, the more we have to explain
these terms to
those.
Okay. So another thing in a tie to this, what we were talking about was ulikuwa umesema how maybe making comebacks. You had mentioned Nyashinsky and all that stuff. So there's this documentary. It's called Searching for Sugarman. So Searching for Sugarman ilikuwa ina showcase how there's this artist called Segaman, but he can need to Sugarman. So Sugarman was in USA in the 80s, I think, or the early 70s. So akasigned to Motown. I think alisign to Motown. So when alisign to Motown, alido 2 albums. And then he went cold, like hakuwa perform tena. So has you how his music got to South Africa, apartheid South Africa. That was like when kulikuwa kulikuwa na segregation and all that stuff. So your music ikaanza kutumika as protest music. So my thing was how sad it was that this dude is revealed somewhere else in SA, but in USA alikuwa msee wa mjei doing kawaida work like alienda platinum in SA, but in where he does his art hayuko kabisa. So the documentary is following the footsteps of this dude, like kujua kumtafuta. These people are looking for him na niyo age pre-internet. So eventually walimpata and he got like the recognition he's deserved. So this I wanted to tie this to like how sometimes we Kenyan artists, most of the time they don't make it big here. They are not like not basically respected, but they don't like our appreciation hapa.
I also think respected features in that.
Wako juu like unaona hiyo time yakina kwa Mustafa hiyo, at that time though, like UG and TZ artists used to come here
even to shoot videos.
To shoot videos, to benchmark with Akina Ogopa DJs, with Akina Khalif, with Akina Musioka. So because Musioka had like ilikuwa in 2010, as early as 2010, Musioka had one of the biggest 2010s, had one of the biggest jams. Musioka and P-Unit, Decimal, walikuwa na kari.
What?
Juu kuna awards that were happening in Nigeria at that time. Nani alikatenraizia awase? Diamond alikatenraizia. I swear kuna hiyo video iko online.
P-Unit.
Like basically P-Unit was bigger than Diamond at one point. At one point.
I remember those days. What?
So like hiyo Sugarman like ili nini juu tena nikaona an interview. Kuna unajua hizi za CTA.
Aaron
Aaron Rimbui alikuwa anasema how Aaron Nimbo is one of the baddest jazz pianists in East Africa. So alikuwa anasema there is a time yenye hakuwa anapata hata any gig. Uliongelea gatekeeping, hakuwa ana get any gigs in Kenya for jazz. Ona like ilibidi aende SA alienda SA for like one gig. Akakuwa booked for like an entire month. Then he had to go to US. Ali relocate to the USA. Ndo I get a show to headline in Kenya.
Like tulikuwa tunamtii sasa juu ana sound ni kama ametoka
juu kwa majuu.
What?
And also there's Blinky Bill.
Of course,
kuna time alikuwa I think in 2022 or something. Like kuna time alikuwa like the whole like Blinky Bill hushinda on tour.
You shinda
on tour. SA alikuwa na residency. Niliona alikuwa Cote d'Ivoire ama ilikuwa in Senegal. Alikuwa Mexico. Akona TED Talks Canada. Unaona like Kenyan artists wako there. Ako hadi kuna some series, kuna series yenye imefeature one of his jams. So Kenyan artists are doing really good. Like we are doing support
from
the issue
outside.
From the like Indian watu wana appreciate what's happening. Jua kina Lupita Edikadegi. Kuna all those people. Kuna in the 90s kuna some so nilikuwa na watch some compilation ya boxing. So kuna some boxer anaitangwa aje. This boxer is a very famous boxer from back then. Nikikumbuka na show one of the people alikuwa akifight was a Kenyan boxer. Na ni like let's say nika like Mayweather, alikuwa hiyo level ya Mayweather. Nika Mayweather fighting with a Kenyan boxer. Now we are not told these things. Like nobody's shedding light on Blinky Bill is on tour in New York. In New York. We are not told what is Edikadegi alikuwa Kenya juzi. Nobody told us that shit. How like Kenyans were once one of the hottest people to collaborate with. Musically. Like vitu kaa hizi
I think kuna some funny sayings around being sung at home
and celebrated.
I think it's either an English quote or is a Kikuyu quote. I think it's a Kikuyu quote. It's definitely a Kikuyu quote. But it's around something around being sung at home. So you rarely get sung at home. I mean, you're doing your conclusion.
Check them out. So my other question for you was how will AI affect Kenyan music?
Nimecheki some clones akina Rihanna and record on some AI ni ngumu. AI ni ngumu.
But
so hatuwezi tell the lines. Well, aside from that, msaki make music unless ni original. Original like hawezi tell because unacheki voice ya Drake ukisikiza kwa hizo songs. Hawezi tell difference. But the fact that umesikia kwa songs za Wakadinali unaweza jua.
But so me my point my thing was sidhani kama AI will disrupt Kenyan music or African music or any music yenye iko na a very distinct dialect or distinct accent. Haita affect immediately before like because is nini very distinctive. Like AI haiwezi click like was essay.
But now you see kama venye Drake akimove over hizo rhythm ya Wakadinali and on. Ikitu shida yake ni ati ina train every day.
So ndo nasema for the first few maybe Kenyan artists will be safe, but with time unaona like it will be a problem.
The biggest role it can play I think ni help compose because pia wasanii wengine na siko ubaya unaweza notice msanii maybe I make 2-3 songs that are good then one uko like bado ni wewe then the other unacheki So uta notice that now msanii ako creative ni ata play around with the of course AI lazima we feed some information the output. So msanii akiplay along with the input and the output, probably saa utamiss your aspect ya hiyo yenye ulikuwa unamquestion in a few songs.
So one of I was watching some reel, you artist alikuwa anasema even you ulikuwa unasema like some people AI is here to stay, so we should work with the AI. So he was saying how as an artist he's using it to maybe create album covers, social media banners and all that stuff, and also maybe creating stuff like what do we call this shit, press releases and things like that. So I think if Kenyan artists can combine that,
it will be very in our save time on one side,
and
at
even
the same time
and even money
and even money, man. Kuget mse wa social
designers,
media designer, unaona, it can do all that. But sasa shida ni with time itakamia pia huyo msanii mwenyewe. But of course msanii ata remain. Hiyo ndio point. Unacheki kama mimi siwezi come leo niseme juu nimeunda some shit with AI atisamini
you are better than
man, mimi siko get. So I think msanii ataiondoka, but the whole management structure and the hizo auxiliary support staff, there is a very high chance. Alafu sasa creativity ya msanii pia ita improve because AI inaweza pull message ile message msanii ana miss. Msanii anaweza like sasa na usanii yake anaweza kuinclude na kujua what not to include kwa song yake.
Like nini akiangalia hizo zinaitwa the what do you call these things, ikiangalia the numbers like the technical side of things. Sawa.
So lazima tu pia wasanii wachangamke, and I think it's part of the new change that we expect kwa music industry. But pia lazima wachangamke.
And also another thing ni ati niliona you can create cheap like videos very easily. So you can create maybe concept videos,
especially concept videos
for your art. So the other thing nilikuwa nimecheck ni ile like kuna away from Kenyan music, away from everything else, kuna hii concept yenye dudes bring online. So let's say utona dem ame post some ameenda club, so now club photography, and dudes wanaanza kuulizana kusema this cannot be my chick and stuff, you know. Then there's always someone who comes out anasema if you can't handle a body don't be with one. One. And then some other like one of the things the muni bamba ni every dudes wants a body. Like I want to see I want to see a chick posting being a slut online. But most dudes tunapenda hivyo, as long as this chick is not your chick. So like most dudes when you waongea hivyo, or most people who say ati nini, most people who are very progressive akisema she can do ABC, wanakwanga very miserable people.
Actually true.
Juna checking hata if you look at videos za people who are in polyamorous relationship yenye ati ni a dude and 5 dudes and one chick. Unaangalia these dudes kwa hiyo lineup, these dudes are not happy.
Ara hazikai compost.
Hazikuwa compost, wakwanga too very miserable. So hiyo kitu ya like handling bodies, yes, but like a fucking attractive woman, like I like bodies like the next dude, you know na? But mimi personally like ati dem mwenye ati so mimi nimelala have 3am yako Instagram shaking ass live. Kuna levels to this, like handling bodies yenye mimi siwezi subscribe to.
Miara mimi jo. Jo. No majo. Yeah, cuz I think unaona hata wenye wanasemanga if you can't handle this trust you me kuna division kati yao utapata now there are those who are in deep into it na ni hao wenye tunasema hawana like hawako composed even how they move how and shit. Alafu kuna mwenye atasema me my girl can do alafu akirealize huyo demo ado hivyo anajua zi so anarudi
conservative
alafu anaacha the other niggas waende ile side nyingine so I think kuna division and but for the most part okay not for the most part for the people I know and the people around me that's not something any of them would entertain.
Hiyo kitu ni like najua like kwa progressive kwa like progressive dudes wanajioneanga mambo more juu like there's someone ali introduce ati alisema alikuwa anishowaje ilikuwa story ya open marriages mimi nikamshow. First of all, I don't subscribe to marriages, unaona? So hiyo mimi hainisumbui. The second thing ni ati venye najijua, nini like si ati siwezi share ati siwezi share them. Na najua ati I can pull chicks on my own, unaona? Like si ati ananifanyia favor kukua.
Bado unachila atoke kwingine.
Atoke kwingine akuje kijani. Atoke kwingine akam kijani. Wala like mimi nataka like for me ni double standards it's a double standards and me I embrace my double standards in that siwezi ngoja siwezi ati yes nitangoja let's enter nini like achiko atensho ako nini ako tao ana party anisho atakam kijani hiyo haina issue but knowing ati sasa wewe you are dude number 3 ona ati sasa wewe unapewa Friday si Friday unapewa Wednesdays ati unapewa Wednesdays sasa sebe hypothetically you can't pull hose juu where's pull hose so every Fridays unajuanga she's getting railed somewhere wewe uko kutuke jani miserable as fuck
with dick in hand
so
I don't think it's applicable at all.
Maybe for some people maybe they have that maybe you are into that humiliation like, and all that shit
what's the knock in it so like
I think kuna hiyo cuckoldry kuna men who like being humiliated like kuna so many dynamics zenye ziko in play like very very weird things alafu sikia wacha kushow kuna rules let's say uko like hypothetically kuna msea kuna na dem na huyo dem akona chali wengine unaona kuna others who boy haizi kuwa na other chicks Forget. So your chick can have like 2, 3 dudes, 5 dudes. Where you are very faithful to her. Hivyo. Alafu siku yenye maybe one day utaenda you smash another chick. Ati sasa wewe you are cheating.
Umeget? Dema kujamia cha ukweli.
Na unaachwa ama anazusha mbaya sana.
Niacha akianza wapi? Niacha akianza wapi?
Anazusha mbaya sana. So alafu how they sell the whole polyandry thing wanasemanga it's equitable, it's fair, there is fairness, there is equitable, it's unaona
equitable ikikam ndani hapa ni kama do
sikia sasa so kuna ile like kama mimi inaweza kuwa na like 3 chicks wanasema hiyo si equitable like wanasema polyandry is very equitable udem is fairness, there is transparency, there is whatever. Ona
bro that's fucked up. You ni fucked up. You ni fucked up. No I get cuz okay, not my own angle. Nimekaa mkulani
kujincriminate not your own angle.
So not my own angle, but of course if you get on with a chick like midweek, Friday, Saturday, kama si dem yako aujui alikuwa na nani jana, na hata huwezi care, unacheki hata kuambia na si need kwa
na si need.
So wewe hata ukitoka hapo worry juu maybe utamuona after
another week,
if probably you see her tomorrow good,
ama ukose kumuona tena,
hata probably ukose kumuona, unaona sio big issue. But the fact ni aujui alikuwa na nani jana juzi,
ujali.
So umza kwa polyandry ni ati anajua
me the problem with these things, like hata when handling my women inakuanga naweza kuhandle hivyo venye umesema, I don't give a fuck what you're doing.
True, yeah.
But one of my women back in the day ni ati alikuwa anataka akue my chick, ndio anataka akue my chick, alafu aanze akose cooperate under the rules zenye zina come with that, unaona. Okay,
mimi mtu ashai try hivyo, ilibidi ameona mlango mbio,
like mimi by this jali like at you are someone else's girlfriend,
because like man, me imagine that scenario, like I actually think and I've come to learn maybe it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
because no, I've come to learn it's a bad thing because sometimes unaona ile umecheki dem, umeingia full force na lugha na ana cooperate. So kitu ilikuwa inaniokaringi ni Udewa alikuwa wapi jana juzi, unaona ni mdemu new, but ukimchangamkia it doesn't bother you, right? So I came to learn it made me probably selective sana. Haya, number 1. But sasa shida ni umse mwenye anajua ni dem yangu ama ni dem mi ucheki.
So by the way nini like kukua walk, I especially avoid like walk chicks vibaya sana. Ju like see atinataka like adama sick, but walk chicks who are avoid in that staki rules, like ukianza rules ukinipea a set of rules, hata mimi I'll give you a set of rules, unaona,
now it becomes boring.
Itaanza kukua ni vita tu za ufahala. So for me most of the time I like ukisha toka mtaa I don't give a fuck where you're going. Na hiyo inakuwa pia a problem with some people, ati you don't care enough to wonder where they are.
Alikuwa ajipata ulizangi kama alifika,
kama hata alifika, unaona. So I think the rules too easy like whatever. Anyway, chenye ina work for one for me or what's working for us always work for anybody else.
Nice. Hey, me, I don't know how those people operate and cooperate among themselves. Mimi unaona mlango mbio sana.
Yeah, but after the other thing, the funny thing inakuanga yenye unajua tu ni red flag, like nika meet someone alafu anze kuanza kuintroduce like especially kuna someone aliniintroducing somewhere like tulikuwa I think kasi ilikuwa double date or some bullshit, akani this is this chick's partner, unaona like hiyo kitu huniudhi like kuitwa partner like unaona like you know the in things are easy for at inclusivity. So when sema this is my girlfriend ama when sema this is my wife,
unasema
at partner.
Huyu ndeme yangu mimi ndosema mbio sana, huyu ndeme partner ni wewe. Huyu ndeme yangu bana.
But ukishaanza kusikia partner partner especially when it comes to maybe your chick, jua kuna some progressive bullshit that's happened. Let's say for a gay person akisema a partner you'll understand. Yeah. But mtu akisha
if already una understand from a gay person, then it means mse mwingine akaweza itumia that is not
najuanga tu wakasema ati this your like mtu akaniambia like dem akaniambia this is my partner, najua kuna chance I can smash that chick
haraka sana. Haraka sana.
Anyway, so
well, actually now let's meet. Okay, it's not related at all.
But yeah.
Maliza on that.
See. You can add.
No, haiko related at all.
Yeah, ni sawa tu. Ni sawa.
So there's something I saw and I actually thought of raising it kwa hii podcast. So there was those unaonanga zile two popular accounts. One account said I hate how men treat you bad when they are going through something. Now that was a random account. Then an acquaintance of mine said something along the lines of how what was the original tweet? Nika nimesahau.
Ilikuwa hiyo. I think ilikuwa ni hiyo how men
treat you bad when you're going through something. And then some chick said how nimi na miss na
mix up.
The original tweet was why do men treat you so bad when they are going through something? Then an acquaintance of mine said they treat you bad because they feel you cannot help them and then wanaanza kuwa and shit. Then now it became like a full-blown conversation. Is it because men treat you bad or is it because they are going through something? Now my angle was like it sort of made sense and mainly jump on it nikasema they treat you bad because they feel like first of all we mwenye kama dem ya umse utajua nini ina happen but huwezi saidia. Unaona? Umse naye feel at the same time nika we ni burden kwake. Unaona? So ausaidii na bado we ni mzigo with now you other personal stuff. Unaona? Inakuwa like a very big issue. And then this girl was like apana you can come through we can talk. So I'm like we're talking what?
About what?
We are talking about.
But that ndo nilikuwa nauliza someone. Nataka let's say I'm broke as fuck. Maybe na get evicted kesho. You coming to talk hakuna kitu itasolve. Allow the thing is for most chicks udhani ukishanyamaza ukisha withdraw ni ati saa hiyo ndo wana consider treating them bad. Ama utaki kusikia about her day sana juu you have your own shit inakusumbua.
Especially kwanza hiyo ya kusikia about their day.
Then kuna ile like their problems zina take place like una go through it ndio umesha withdraw. Unaona akisema ati men are treating you bad asha take center stage in your own problems
man. Yes sasa ndio una treat bad
instead that when una going shida zako they can go to hell. Wewe na shida zako you can suck it. Yeye ndo center of attention.
Get your view hours.
As inakuwa like the other thing ni some people wali mention that getting help from a chicks as ingine kuna venye most of the time ita backfire some time in the future.
Ama ni deni lazima utapay back.
Utapay back na itakuwa ni ita backfire some time in the future. You like you know chicks are emotional and all that stuff. Like someone was saying anatumianga what their people tell her people tell her against them, unaona?
Man.
So even like when you are at your lowest one day watatumia you being you at your lowest ku make a point. So it's not like what
me nichanganya but I think
but in that case yes by the way you come me like when I'm going through shit I withdraw. Siongeangi sana like siongei na dem sana na si nini juu na try ku sort my shit. So someone said why men don't tell the chicks or people they love their problems ni hataki ku download the burden yenye na go through hataki kukuwekea that burden because we don't want to burden the people we care about. Ona but for mamas awaoni ati hiyo so that you are just getting new beaches kumbe you are just going through it.
But there's you assume you have a new beach in the area. Hizo hata hauna mtu.
We've come to the end of our show. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Thank you to Better Call Slap for the shout out. And thank you to Radio 254 for giving us this slot. So
Yes.
nilikuwa na kushow hii idea yenye nilikuwa nayo. So if you have a podcast or you want to launch a podcast, we can give you on our slot, we have like 10 to 15 minutes that we can give you where you tell us what your podcast is about, and you like tell our audiences what the podcast is about, and you can hit us up on our socials. Blaze Talks Pod, Blaze Talks,
Let's talk.
or blazetalkspod@gmail.com. If you have a podcast, we have 10 to 15 minutes for you. Or if you can make it to come to the studio, you can come, we talk, you tell us what your podcast is about, and then we'll package the audio and send it to you. So asanteni sana for tuning in. Thank you for supporting Kenyan music and everything. Frank,
So anyway, again, it's been a good time live for the first time, and we hope to continue this. And at the same time, we are up to just having good conversations and good laughs at the same time. So we look forward to the next episode, of course, and I believe this one has been amazing, and the next one will be even better.
Even better. If you want to like come to the pod,
but then when I come to chill na shirisi man,
we have an extra microphone. These microphones are like we can host up to 6 people. If you definitely. So if you want to come to the pod to join us, you can send us a number. If you have an artist, a Kenyan artist who you feel,
we're actually looking to connect with some of them. As we've highlighted, part of the episode is that there's a lot happening. AI, old artists, new artists, and all that. So feel free.
IP lawyers, if you are
IP lawyers, especially. Mkuja
mtu show everything. So we are working on getting the show maybe to be earlier. So thank you so much.
Peace out.
It's always peace.
Only my fingers can read, and when you hold me in the way that you do, arms around me and you look into my eyes, I'm lost in